Hey Crossroads, just wanted to take a moment to talk about a character in the Bible named Josiah. He was king of Judah. He became king when he was 8 years old. Now, when you're reading through the Chronicles and the Kings, every time they start talking about a king, they start off with saying he either did what was right or wrong or evil in the sight of the Lord. And so Josiah came after all of these kings that had done what was evil in the sight of the Lord, long enough so that they didn't even remember what it is God wanted in the first place. And it just so happened they came across a book in the temple that illustrated what it is God wanted. And as Josiah was being read this, he decided to turn all of Judah back to God. And so he started tearing down the Asherah poles, he started getting rid of the Baals, getting rid of spiritists and mediums, and doing all of these things to try to return people back to following after God and God alone. And he did that for quite a while, and he did that very well. But the part that intrigues me the most is when you kind of read the end of the book, the end of that chapter. Basically, he dies in a battle, and then it just says that the rest of his life and what he did was recorded in some other book that we don't have. Pretty interesting. It's one of those things, whenever you read about what a king had done for Israel or Judah, there was always, not always, but a lot of the time, there was some sort of a reward at the end of their life or reign for what they had done. You know, when David did what he did, God promised him that his lineage would sit on the throne forever. And that's not Josiah's story. After Josiah ended, it was just another bad king and another bad king. So as I read that, I thought, man, that's kind of unfair. It's like he followed after God, did what God wanted, and what does he have to show for it? And you know, you have to check yourself at that point, because something that's creeped into our culture is this health and wealth gospel. You know, you follow after God and Jesus and your life's just going to be amazing. You're going to get all these things and it's going to be great. Now, I don't subscribe to that philosophy, but you know, you have to check yourself to make sure you're not kind of falling into that trap. See, our reward can happen on this side of glory. It can, but our expectations are not for here. Remember, our citizenship is not of this earth. It's on the other side of glory. Now, Josiah didn't get to see and get those promises that maybe David and some of the other kings did, but I am willing to bet when we get into heaven, we're going to be pretty surprised by the magnificent wealth that was bestowed on him for the life he led while he was king of Judah. So guys, my encouragement to you is to live for the other side of eternity. We just get a moment on this life. And you know, it's like, even if we get the reward, it's still just a moment. Let's live for eternity. Let's be kingdom minded. There will be reward. I promise you, just hold steadfast to the faith. We love you, and we'll see you on the next video.